Okay, Anthony Fantano here with Bad Bad Not Good. Apparently they come really fucking tall in Canada. Like, I didn't think that guys who are like, what, 7 years younger than me on average are like all going to be just either my height or much taller. So
you're probably really jacked from the internet.
So I'm just going to ask them a few quick questions right now. Right now we're at like the showcase that Terrorize and I pulled together. These guys just played an awesome fucking set. Fantastic Flying Lotus cover in there that you guys didn't put on record yet, right?
No, I haven't recorded it.
Yeah, okay, and the tonight cover that you guys, that has been on the internet before, came out really great. That's cool, psyched for that as well. Lemonade came out good. You know, just to kind of get on camera and just let people know, do you guys have like a full length or a mixtape coming out later this year?
Yeah, well, we're currently recording our next full length, I guess. Yeah, we're just trying to figure it out and trying to really take our time with how things are sounding. And the last one we did it like 10 hours rushing, so now we're just trying to really hone in on like good sounds. Like
put out the best thing we can possibly do.
It's probably gonna be like 99% originals.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it just going to be labeled as like BBNG3, or is there going to be some kind of like name of this record that will like define you guys?
I think it's still
BBNG3.
Yeah, we can't make that call yet.
Yeah. Once all the material is done, we'll figure it out.
They'll call like a soft machine like third or something.
Yeah. Okay. You know, speaking of the sound you guys are talking about, you know, in terms of a group that, I mean, essentially plays jazz, you guys really try to experiment with your sounds in like an electronic way.
Yeah.
A lot more than a lot of groups that are like playing each other really live and just like sometimes really aggressive and hit the moment sort of sound. Like, what kind of sounds are you experimenting with this time around that maybe you didn't have on 2 or 1?
Well, actually, we're kind of refining it more. I think like we're trying to use less things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really. Or synths and stuff. We're like,
we're still using synths.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of that answer.
Experimenting.
We're kind of keeping it the same core things, but seeing like what ways we can make just like, you know, an acoustic jazz trio, for instance. Like if Chester played upright, you played drums and piano. Just what ways we can make it seem like really different. You know what I mean? Which is really hard because it's like, I don't know, you know. Like,
and hopefully record with some of our friends.
Get leading on instruments.
Okay. You know, something that I sort of heard through the grapevine on Twitter, do you guys have any, like, you know, in on any sort of forthcoming Odd Future releases in terms of, like, performing on the records?
Yeah, well, we have a track on Earl's album.
Yeah,
that you'll be, like, backing.
Yeah.
Or it's something that you...
It's actually, it's kind of
actually
a combination of, like, a live thing, but there's, like,
pretty crazy. So
it's pretty kind of sounds like Can.
And I think you guys, like, kind of alluded to a feature on your new record, or...
Yeah, well, we're trying. We've got a
couple,
and, like, everyone's fucking busy running around.
Anybody, like, ideal you would definitely want to try to get, or...
I mean, like, probably, like, Earl, you know what I mean? That'd be pretty dope.
We tried to reach out to Colin Stetson, but I don't know. That would be amazing.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know, we haven't really gotten contact yet.
But, I mean, you guys were in the same area, so, I mean, it is possible.
It's possible, but I feel like he's, like, very honed into what he's doing. And
to the avant-garde thing.
And he's he's touring with, like, big acts.
I'd be kind of intimidated.
It's fucking insane.
Okay, anything, I know you said that the new record's going to be mostly, definitely covers, but anything...
No, originals.
Oh, yeah, you're right, originals, that's what I meant to say. Originals, but anything that you've been playing live, like the Flying Lotus or the Tonight, that might make it onto the next record?
We haven't really made that call yet.
We're not really sure.
We're going to record it.
There's a few of those original songs that we played that are most definitely going to be.
Okay.
There's still so many projects, and actually the reason why this is all kind of jumbled is that because we were just rehearsing my dad's basement for a long time, and it's actually in a building. So and I was like, okay, coming November, you got to get out of here, like tenants are complaining and stuff. So we found an old studio space in the back room of this property that used to be owned by the Cowboy Junkies.
Okay.
And so we basically just like, we like had to put in floors and put in curtains, paint it up, fix it up, and electrical guys come in and rewire it. So it was a disaster.
That took months.
So that's why now it's like we finally have a space to rehearse, record, write, and stuff like that. Yeah, so just a lot of time to experiment.
Okay, awesome. And like the new space has been changing the sound a little bit too, or like what you guys do?
Yeah, well, we actually like co-owned it with like Toronto producer Frank Dukes. He did like some stuff on like Triple X with Dave Brown and stuff. He's like really cool. But he has a whole like vintage synth collection, so we kind of like digging into that recently.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess that's one way it's helped. We also have like a 1-inch tape machine and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We drove down to Philadelphia, got a console upgrade, so it's run over and it's
awesome.
Just trying to like amalgamate gear. Just trying to experiment, have fun.
give it us. Just make sure it's good.
Instead of trying to rush it in 10 hours and realizing the kick drum didn't record properly.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, spend a month.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys very much for doing this.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks
Sorry for the very awkward interview.
The needle drop, bad, bad, not good, forever.
Hey, we love the internet. Thank you guys.
Internet.
Web 2.0.
Internet Explorer.
HTML5.